Don't look now, but 2014 cars are headed to dealers everywhere. As a Chevy Cruze owner myself, I'm interested in the 2014 Chevy Cruze, and they're saying that it's coming with diesel. The head of GM Consumer Affairs, James Bell, joins us. James, welcome to KTRS here in St. Louis.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Talk about this 2014 Chevy Cruze clean turbo diesel. What is that?
Well, what it is basically bringing over technology and an engine that we've had in our European operations for some time now. You know, when you look at the European market, you look at almost 50% share for diesel in the passenger car market. So it's a much different driving environment there. And in a lot of ways, they're smarter because they've realized that with the clean diesel engine, you get kind of the best of all worlds. You get great fuel efficiency because diesel fuel has more energy per drop than gasoline does. So it doesn't take as much to push you down the road, but then also gives you more power. I like to say that the person driving the clean diesel car is the one who's smiling because they're getting great mileage and they got tons of power off the line.
What about the cost of a regular gallon of gasoline versus this clean turbo diesel?
The diesel in the U.S. is a little bit more expensive, on average 15 to 20 cents more per gallon than regular gasoline. However, because you're, in the case of this Cruze, you're doing a stop for gas, or I should say diesel, every 700 or so miles. So over time of ownership, it really pencils out quickly that, sure, you're paying a little bit more for the fuel, but you're not using nearly as much of it.
So you're going further on 20 cents more a gallon. You're going more than 20 cents more a gallon.
Exactly, yeah. Well, there's two economic things. There's that element, and also the resale value is traditionally much higher on the diesel equivalent. I mean, right now, if you wanted a clean diesel in the U.S. market, you'd have to go visit a Volkswagen or BMW or Mercedes dealership. Now we're going to have it at Chevrolet, and again, resale value on diesels are tremendous. So it really does. It might cost you a little bit more up front, but it's going to pay you back over time.
Diesel is usually reserved for trucks. Will it be easy to find diesel gasoline gas stations?
Yeah, it's really started to spread a lot more into stops other than just at truck stops. So in fact, I live in Southern California, and in a market where diesel is doing quite well, you can see just about at every gas station there's one of the pumps has been set aside for diesel.
Interesting. So how far can a 2014 Chevy Cruze clean turbo diesel go on a gallon of gas?
Well, the EPA numbers that we're going to be putting on this car are 46 miles per gallon. However, if anybody who's listening has spent any time in a clean diesel car, or myself in the Cruze, getting 50 plus is really not even a threat. I mean, it's a very easy thing to do, and that's again inherent to the fact that once you get a clean diesel vehicle out on the highway, it just kind of lopes along.
What about the rest of the 2014 Chevy Cruze? I love all the technology Chevrolet is putting into cars. Can we see more of that in the future?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're going to see advancements in how you use your smartphone in a smart and safe ways. I think you're going to see a lot more hands-free usage, just really kind of integrating the features that we love from our phones, but allowing you to use them in safe and sane ways.
James Bell with us, head of Consumer Affairs for General Motors. I was talking to Johnny Londoff Chevrolet yesterday, as a matter of fact. We had lunch, and he was telling me that the Chevy Cruze cars are flying off the lots.
Yeah, it's really been a great vehicle for Chevrolet. I mean, when you think back over the last couple decades, the idea of a small car from Chevrolet, it was a bit of a compromise. And I think that's what's been great about the Cruze. It's come in it's on the large size of the compact car class. It's got great technology, as you point out, very beautiful and detailed and easy to use interior. And now you got these great fuel efficiency stories. So it really it's put the import companies on notice.
Yeah, I'm not a car guy. I don't know dual cam engines and alloy wheels and all that stuff. I like the car to get me from point A to point B, but it's a tight car. I mean, I'm scooting all over town doing,
Yep.
50, 60, 70 miles an hour, and I mean, I can't feel it at all.
No, it's very quiet. It's very refined for a small car, and it's because GM's finally doing the right thing. It's using operations around the world to those markets that are already very big in small cars. Let's tap their experience and And that's what you're seeing in the Cruze.
Yeah. Is this Chevy Cruze clean turbo diesel for 2014, is it going to be more expensive than the more traditional Cruze, like these hybrid cars are more expensive?
It's about $2,000 more, but again, when you start putting the pencil to paper and see how it's going to pay you back over time, and plus it's a very well-equipped Cruze at that, it's not a stripped-down model by any stretch. So, it costs you a little bit more to get into it, but wow, the payoff is strong.
James Bell, when are we going to start seeing the 2014 Chevy Cruze on the Johnny Londoff lots?
We just started production of them in Lordstown, Ohio. You'll be starting to see them probably showing up in the next few weeks.
Next few weeks, 2014. You're still going to make the regular traditional Cruzes as well, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This is just an option for people. If you're spending a lot of time just kind of cruising around town, then maybe the gasoline engine would be smarter for you. But if you are doing some real highway mileage, then you're going to love the impact of Cruze diesel on your wallet. James
Bell, give me a little futuristic look at GM in, say, 2020 or 2019.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the drawing board? What's going to be the wow factor in the next couple of years?
Oh, I think you're going to see a lot more electrification of transportation. I mean, you're going to see diverse ways of propelling yourself down the road, and you're going to see some beautiful designs. In fact, I was in the Buick design studio just a couple weeks ago and saw some stuff going out to 2018. And, wow, we are going to bend the sheet metal in ways that you've never seen before, and it's good, looking good.
When will it be that I will no longer have to actually drive my Chevy Cruze?
Interesting you say that. We've got some technology coming out on a Cadillac vehicle in the next couple of years, which will allow you to kind of take your hands off the wheel and let the car do the work in certain circumstances. But on general, it's going to be probably still some time before we see that in a broad way.
So, like 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? What are we thinking?
I'd give you 10.
10 years. And what about will that technology will every car have to be retrofitted, or can I not drive my car and you're going to have to drive your car?
Exactly right. Yeah, it's going to it'll be a slow process to where these vehicles will have that autonomous technology on board. So no, it won't be something you could add to your current car, but it'll be an option when you buy your new one.
And so I'll be driving in my new 2025 Chevy Cruze, and the computer will be driving it for me while you'll be stuck driving your own car next to me.
Quite possibly that'll be the case, and so might make you go back to the dealership, won't
it? All right, look for the 2014 Chevy Cruze clean turbo diesel on the Johnny Londoff lot here coming up in the next couple of weeks. James Bell, GM's head of consumer affairs. James, thanks for checking in.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Have a good day. Back in a moment, the Big 550 KTRS.